Want to learn how to make those cute little Instagram highlights that you see around Instagram? Well, stay tuned, I'm going to show you how. So if you've been thumbing around Instagram for any length of time, you would have seen Instagram highlights on business accounts. Now, a lot of people actually buy their Instagram highlights through places like Etsy, or they pay a designer to actually make them for them. And that's why they're super cute, that's why they're super branded, but you can just do it yourself, and you can do it for free, and you can still do it in a branded way. And by the end of this tutorial, you will know how to create your own Instagram highlights. Now, before we create them, let's talk about why you need Instagram highlights and then which highlights to go and create. So if you have a business Instagram account, Instagram highlights are a must. They're essentially marketing collateral that allow prospective clients and potential customers to learn more about you, more about what you offer without having to go on the hunt for it. So typically businesses fall under one of two categories. They're either service-based or product-based, and some might be both. But really with both, there's a few highlights that you're probably going to want to have. Now, I'm not going to go in depth into that on this particular video, but you are going to want things like testimonials, results from clients, your story, your why, something that's about you so that people can buy into you and your vision and your brand. Perhaps you give away free content like this. So if you visit my Instagram profile, you'll see a YouTube highlight which has the thumbnail of all of these free videos that I do. And even though I don't have the swipe up feature like many of you might not have as well, people know they can go to the link in my bio and it will take them to my YouTube account and they'll be able to find any of those videos they want. Alternatively, they can just go straight to YouTube and search the titles themselves and find those videos. Another thing that you might want to have is if you have a product, you might want demonstrations or how to use it. If you're a service, you might want trainings or something there that shows people how you support them and how you deliver your material and how you operate in that consultant, coaching, business operator role. And remember guys, if you want the best social media and content marketing tips, tricks, tutorials and advice, hit the subscribe button below and also hit the bell so that you get that notification when I put out a new video every Wednesday. Now let's pop over to the computer and I'm going to show you how to create those Instagram highlights. All right, so the first way to create highlights for your Instagram stories is through using Canva. So if you go to canva.com and then come down here to the search bar and type in Instagram story, we actually want the Instagram story size because you have to post it on your Instagram stories before you can then save it to the highlights. So when you go into Instagram stories here, it populates a whole bunch of stories that are already done for you. So if you're not designery, you don't really have a brand yet, you're not really sure what you're doing, I just suggest grabbing one of these and running with it. That being said, if you do have a brand, you can sort of start from scratch, which is what I did. So what I'm going to do is show you how I made mine. And just bear with me while I find the photos. So I use this picture of my light as the background because I'm known for it. And so you can tell this is just a screenshot because you can see the bar at the bottom. I just pulled this so that it fit. And then I believe I may have even done an overlay. So an overlay is a really great way to make words pop once you've, if you've got sort of like a busy background or something. So make this black and then turn the transparency down a bit, maybe 40, there we go. Now remember when you're working with Instagram highlights, you're working with circles. So what I did was come into the shapes here, and I actually just type it here. You don't have to do this particular step. It's just something that I wanted to do with mine. So pop a circle there, make it white. There's no specific size with this. So once you get this in your Instagram story and you hit highlight, you can readjust these sizes because
you have that ability to do so, but just get it where, like for me, I want enough light in the background so that it looks, it doesn't just look like there's, you know, one or two lights. I want a number, because otherwise people are going to be like, what is that in the background? And then basically what you have to do is just go through your list of highlights that you want. So for example, you might want, maybe you have YouTube videos. So let's look up YouTube. So you might pop the YouTube logo in there. And again, you can customize these to your branding. So for me, I might turn that white, and then I might turn the white part black. So that fits more in line with my branding. And something else that I did as well was I popped down the bottom exactly what I wanted to call it, just so that I didn't have to go looking for it later. You won't see this part unless you put it too close, and you can't make it big enough that it's not there. But I just pop this down the bottom. And then the other thing that does is when you put it on your Instagram story, it contextualizes it for people, because they're going to see it. So if you've got an Instagram panel here that says YouTube, they're going to know that you've got YouTube videos coming, or that you have YouTube videos. So it's just something, it's almost more for the sake of the story than anything else. And then it allows you to remember exactly what you want to call that particular story. That particular highlight. So it's literally as simple as that. And then you can just duplicate it. And then maybe I want one that's a podcasting. Oh, I'm in the wrong section. Maybe you want one that's about podcasting, because you have a podcast. So there's all bits and pieces in here. Oh, I remember I didn't really like any of these designs anyway. So I downloaded some of my own graphics just from a different channel. And it took me so long, but I looked for the EarPods graphic because I felt like it was the most relevant. That's how I listened to a podcast. So that's what I wanted to do. Change this to podcast here. And it's as simple as that. Then we come up here to publish and we hit download. And then after I've downloaded them, because I have a Mac, I airdrop them to my phone. Otherwise, you can email them to yourself. The other little hack that I like to use is I pop things into Facebook Messenger to myself. And then you can just hold your finger down and hit save. And then you're able to just pop them into your Instagram story. And once you've done that, down the bottom, it's got the word highlight, and you can just hit that. And it allows you to pop it in and then resize it. And I'll just quickly show you that. Okay, so what you want to do is go into your Instagram stories. You can see that I've uploaded them here. So all you have to do is pop it on like a story, exactly like this. Send to my story. Done. Then you go into your story here. Once it's finished posting, I'll be able to pop it on my highlight. So now that it's uploaded, you can see down the bottom there's a highlight button. You tap that. And then I've already got these highlights, but what I'll do is just add this one just to show you exactly what happens. So you click the new button. I will just write test here for the sake of this tutorial. I'll click add. I'll go view on profile. Wonderful. Now what I'll do is actually hold my finger over that button. And then what happens is this little menu comes up, delete highlight, edit highlight, send to copy highlight link. So I will hit edit highlight, then hit edit cover. And then what you can do is actually just move it around until it's in that position that you want. It can be a little bit temperamental like this. So, and I like that. So I'll click done. Done. And now you can see that it's actually sitting there really beautifully. These are my other ones, but This is the test one for now. And that is how you make the highlight icons and then add them onto your Instagram highlight reel.
Well, that's it, guys. Now you know how to create your own Instagram highlights. So let me know down below if you're going to create your own if you haven't already. And also pop in your Instagram handle. That way others connecting in the comments, they're able to go and find you and check out your channel and what you do. But also I would love to check it out. I would love to check out if you make those highlights and see what you manage to put together yourself. And as always, if this video helped you, please let me know. I would love to know. It helps me know what to create in the future. And I will see you next Wednesday for the next video. Bye-bye.